We are now down to the final week of the Subaru WRX giveaway. In 1 week, one of you guys will own this beautiful car. Head to the website, lock in your entries. Every $3 you spend is one entry to take home the soon-to-be 400 wheel horsepower Subaru WRX. The big day is here. Today is the day we have all been waiting for with the Subaru WRX build. Today is the start of a very, very big process, putting in our fully built forged engine into the car. Now, I wish I could say confidently that this car will be running again today. As it sits, it runs great with a stock motor. Right here is our fully built engine. I spent about 4 days building. There's no way I can get that motor pulled out, get everything swapped over onto this engine, and then get this back in the car and running all in one day. I'm gonna get as far as I humanly possibly can in this video. If it runs, it runs. If it doesn't, no big deal. Now, if you didn't see this engine build video, here's a quick breakdown. This is an EJ25, forged manly rods, forged manly pistons, ARP studs throughout, king bearings, brand new STI nitrated crankshaft. This engine right here is easily good for 600 wheel horsepower. I have pushed this exact setup north of 800. I wouldn't recommend it, but I can confidently say that this thing is good for a solid 600 wheel. Now, while the exterior of this car looks amazing, this engine bay as it sits is very, very ugly. I have not touched it at all. I want to reference this clip right here when this engine bay is complete once again with the whole new setup. As you guys can see, it is not clean, it is not quality, it is just a stock engine bay that's very, very filthy, that's missing the airbox. You guys already know the process. Drain the fluids, disconnect fuel lines, disconnect wiring, remove all the bell housing bolts, remove the motor mounts, pull out the engine. Now, it's not quite that simple, but that's the gist of it. So I got all the fluids drained. While the car is up in the air, I'm gonna pull off everything and disconnect everything that we need to remove to get this engine out. If you wanna get an engine out efficiently and quickly, the biggest time you can save is going up and down 1,000,000 times on the lift. If you can cut it to like 2 times up and down on the lift, you'll shave off like 30 minutes on an engine removal. Pulling a Subaru engine is very, very easy. It shouldn't take me more than an hour and a half if I'm taking my time. All we have to disconnect underneath the car is the following. We have 2 motor mount nuts right here, a few bell housing bolts, and the downpipe. So this is all of the parts that we had to remove. The engine is now ready to come out. As you can see, the turbo is still in place. All that is much easier to take care of and deal with the engine on an engine stand. Here we have it. Factory motor is now removed. That guy is almost ready to go back in the car. I don't know why I'm thinking this, but I'm highly debating painting the entire engine bay. I don't know if I'm going to, so I'll think about that. In the meantime, we need to go ahead and get all the accessories off of this that we need. So I need stuff like the timing cover, the crank pulley, water pipe, exhaust manifold, some of the clutch hardware here. So let's get this thing stripped down, pretty much to be looking like that. And this can get out of here. Everything that we need is now removed from the factory engine. Let's start buttoning this one up so this can go in there. So I got a couple goodies installed on the engine, and now we're ready for all the fun stuff. I'm talking bigger turbo, external wastegate type of stuff. I present to you the new turbo for the build. This, my friends, is an AGT 55mm turbo. Now I ran this exact turbo, well not this one, but a AGT 55mm turbo on the Evo 8 build before I decided to go all out and go to a full frame 68mm on that car. These things are perfect for what we're trying to do with this build. I'm not trying to make this a 1,000 wheel horsepower monster. I'm trying to make this a perfect daily driver for one of you guys, and this turbo is going to be perfect for the build. We have a goal of at least 400 wheel horsepower with this car. With the new motor and this turbo and the new fuel system, that should be easily obtainable. The downside when you go with a super large turbocharger, say like a 68mm like we have on the Evo 8, there is a ton of turbo lag, which makes it not that enjoyable to drive on the street. If you keep it a reasonable size like this, then it's super fun to drive on the street. So that's why I decided to go with this, an AGT 55mm turb ski. Before that can go on, we need an up pipe. That's where this comes into play. This is a good old 44mm external wastegate up pipe that I picked up for the project. 2-bolt down there, OEM flange up top. This will go on after the engine is back in the car. Last thing we need to do is pop open the wastegate and verify what spring is in there. I need around a 14-pound spring inside the gate. Yeah, it's too big. This guy right here is a 14.5. Let's slap that guy in. This engine is now ready to be dropped into the car. Now there's two important things that we need to sort, of course, before this goes in. Number one, are we painting the bay or not? Comment below. Number two, it would make more sense right now to go ahead and do the STI 6-speed swap versus drop this in, get everything bolted together, and then pull the transmission. As of right now, I could get the transmission out in about 20 minutes. The problem is, a lot of the parts that I need for the 6-speed swap, I don't have. So I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do. But the motor, the engine, is ready to go in the car.